Hey guys, Mix here, and in today's video we are finally back after this 2-week little break, and today is a big day, something that I've been looking forward to for a couple months now, and I know a lot of you have also been looking forward to this. So I'm just gonna say, as you guys can probably tell from the title and thumbnail, right now we are on the way to go to DMV to go pick up all the paperwork for the Corvette. It's been 2 weeks since everything's been submitted for it, and it's just been a waiting game ever since because they've been backed up from the pandemic. But the wait is finally up, and today we are going to be able to drive this thing. So when we get back, I'm going to throw on the plates, the registration, everything like that, and check over the fluids, check over the tire pressure, everything like that to make sure it is ready for the road. And then I'll go ahead and strap on the GoPro and take this thing for the first drive, really shake it down, and then once we shake it down and see how it feels, we can go ahead and see if it needs anything else before it goes out to the body shop and everything to get repainted and, you know, looking nice. And also, for some of you new viewers, this is my first ever stick car. I've probably driven stick shift probably 3 times in my entire life, so go easy on me in the comments. It does have a race clutch in it, so it's pretty heavy and super grabby, so not the most ideal thing to learn on, but over time, you know, I should get better. So guys, with that being said, let's just get to the DMV, get back home, and get this Corvette ready to go. My anxiety level is through the roof right now, just excitement, because obviously this has been a long time coming. Alrighty guys, so we just got the plates and everything that we need. So now we're just gonna head back and get everything all put on and do everything that I was explaining before. So guys, we are back home and I am with the Corvette, and this thing has been covered up for a couple weeks now, and now it is finally her time to shine. So let's pull this musty old cover off of her, let her see the sunlight, and we'll get this thing ready to go. There she is. All right, so right now I'm just going to pop the hood real quick and then just check over all of the fluids. Just do a once over with everything, because I mean, honestly, anything could go wrong right now. This is pretty much completely untested. While I'm driving, definitely gonna keep my eyes on the gauges. Once I'm done checking over all the fluids, I'll throw on the registration and the plates and fire this thing up, let it warm up, because it's been a little while since it's ran. We'll head out there. Might bring a couple of tools too, just in case we break down. Oh, it's like an hour later. I just got done doing the tires, checking all the fluids, just really overlooking everything. But right now I want to go ahead, fire this thing up for the first time in a while, and let it warm up before we take it on its maiden voyage. So hopefully it fires up. Here we go. Woo, right up. Dang. So we got half a tank, but I don't really know how well that gauge reads, so I'm gonna go top her off, take her for her first fuel up, and just go around and just really feel it out. I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie. So I'll catch you guys back on the GoPro once it's time to have this thing move under its own power for the first time in a long time. Oh. Here we go. Like I said, it's my first time really driving this thing. Well, yeah, ever driving this thing on the road, so we'll just see how this goes. She's out of her resting spot. Speedometer's working, tachometer, fuel gauges, all the gauges. Oh yeah. Oh my God. I cannot believe this is real life right now. So far, everything feels good. Brakes are there, power steering's there. She almost died. All right, here we go. This is the kind of the big time. This thing sounds like a NASCAR. Oh my God. I got half a tank. Yeah, all right, yeah, we won't have to stop for gas, but Man, we are cruising. Alignment doesn't feel too bad. The steering wheel is just a little bit off. I don't really know how accurate that speedometer is. Cruising in third right now, 1500 RPMs, comfortably. Got good oil pressure, voltage. She's warming up. Oh wow, yeah. This thing handles way better than my truck, I could already tell. Holy cow. Fourth. I'm grinding the gear. My first gear grind. Let's go back to third. One of these days I'll take off the T-tops, but just because I don't want the wind and everything to screw it up. I'll be able to get her in fourth, hopefully fourth. I made it. That's third, barely getting on it. Let's see if we could get her out of third. Can't get her into fourth. I'll try and skip fourth or go to fifth. I mean, first, second, and third all feel good. It could just be me. Dang, that thing's mean. The gearing's actually longer than I thought it would be. I thought, since it's got like the rear gears and a racing training, I thought it'd be a little bit of a kind of higher gearing, but it's actually not bad. Third gear going 40 is only 1700 RPMs. I definitely don't want to drive it too much without getting some new training fluid in there. But I mean, just taking it out like we are right now, just shaking it down. The only issue I'm really seeing is just I can't get into fourth and fifth. I'm really hoping it's not like a tranny issue. Hopefully it's just, who knows? Hopefully it's something simple. Driver error, that's what I'm hoping. Good oil pressure, she's warmed up. Good voltage, chilling right at 13. I'll try and get her into fourth one more time here. Nope, she don't like it. She don't like fourth, that's not good. Ooh, nice Viper. Man, that thing's clean. Oh my god, this thing sounds insane. That's literally a NASCAR. So I think I'm just gonna pull over real quick and just check everything out, make sure we're not on fire, and yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy right now how it's running besides the shifting, but I don't know, hopefully there's not any other issues. I cut her off quick and check her out. Let's pop this hood.
Huh?
Oh, that's kind of loose.
Oh, nothing.
Nothing. Not one chirp of smoke. That's impressive. Everything still looks good. Nothing's hitting the headers. We actually got something dripping right here. It looks like either dirty water or coolant. It's dripping from here. There's a high chance it's water just from all the rain. When we get back and it's all cooled down, I want to check all the fluids once again. Just make sure we're still good on the levels. Hopefully she starts up. Perfect. Oh my god, my first time stalling in front of my friend. This was bound to happen. Alright guys, so we'll be right back. I have this issue with the distributor. I know exactly what I have to do. When we come back, it should fire right up. This thing's always had kind of an issue with the distributor, and it seems like a common issue with these things. All I have to do is take off the cap, kind of blow it, like with my mouth, get some airflow in there and get out some junk. And then I put it back on and it runs perfect. So I might have to get a new distributor cap sometime soon. Just make sure we still got fuel pressure. It's on fuel pump. Yep, I hear her squirting. All right, let's give this another shot. So guys, we've been letting this thing sit for a little bit, you know, kind of just mess around with the distributor and the carburetor just a little bit, but we went ahead and tried to start it again. No luck. So we tested spark, and there is spark. We tested with the screwdriver, and there is spark. So what we're thinking is the spark plugs could have just got fouled out, because that's what it felt like. When I pulled up, I was revving it a little. just because it started to die, and it was revving up real slow. And the NASCAR has had the same issue, where when the spark plugs just get fouled out, it just runs really bad, and then once it's off until you replace them. And these are the original spark plugs from when I got this thing, so who knows, you know, when the last time they were replaced was. So what I think we're gonna have to do is swap out these spark plugs and see if that'll work. We just went ahead and pulled one of the spark plugs, and it doesn't look bad, but I mean, that's the wire that we checked, and it did have spark going to it, so we're just gonna go ahead and just replace all of them. It's easy enough on these engines, and get some new guys in there. But these are probably definitely really old, but I mean, this is kind of last resort right here. We do know it has fuel. It was getting spark from the distributor, and the only other option is maybe low compression. But when I took this out, I did actually hear some air puff out, like when I loosened it. But luckily they were pretty loose, so it just came right out. So hopefully all of them are the same. So guys, we're gonna go run to AutoZone quick, get hopefully matching spark plugs if they have any, and try it again. So guys, we just got out of AutoZone and we got 8 new spark plugs. 16 bucks for all 8. I mean, we matched them up with the old ones, so they will work, but it's just a matter of if this is actually the issue and causing it not to run.
Eventually.
There it is. How hard I would laugh if it doesn't start right now. Dude, I'd cry. Not again. No, are you kidding me? No! What?
Yes.
Alright.
This fucking guy.
Are you kidding me right now? Alright, we'll be back again.
Eventually.
Letting my friend Mike drive it, because you know he actually is the first person to drive it when we first got this thing, if you guys remember. But yeah, I'm gonna let him take it for a spin. Maybe give me he can give me some tips like he was before with driving his stick, because he is pretty good at driving stick.
As you say that,
Yeah.
I missed third gear. So you went right into 4th.
You're in 4th?
Yeah, this is 4th.
What? Are you sure?
Into overdrive.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's scary. That's 4th?
Yep.
What the frick? the air vent fell out. Yeah, just stick her right back in there. She died. Uh-oh. So guys, we got it running again, and as we were basically just winding up with driving it, it died and it won't start again. So I'm thinking it sounds like it's cutting spark. I'm thinking it's got to be the distributor. I've had problems with it in the past, and I might just have to go ahead and get a new one. But like I said, this is obviously a work in progress, and I do want to before actually one of my automotive teachers came and helped us with tuning it and everything, and it is running so much smoother. So if you're watching this, thank you so much. But he was telling me that this thing needs to breathe more. There's a bunch of like plugs where it needs to be able to breathe, and which could also be causing a problem, because every time you go and crank it, it starts puffing smoke out the like oil fills and everything. So she should just have a lot of pressure in her. But hopefully we're gonna be able to get this thing home soon. And I mean, it was fun driving it, but every time it broke down, not so fun. So guys, we are back here the next morning, and the Corvette is home. So this was definitely a journey, and I'm going to explain what happened here in just a second. But as you guys saw, this thing kept breaking down, and just continuing to try and actually figuring out a way it likes to be driven. Just something I was doing wrong with the clutch. It was perfect. I drove it probably total of like an hour and a half last night. Speaking of last night, the headlights are terrible, so definitely not going to drive it at night anymore until we go ahead and get those new headlights that I am going to be getting. But that's going to be after the bodywork and paint shop. We had a little bit of a rainstorm last night, and of course the window decided to get stuck down there. It is getting power. We actually went ahead and pulled off the door panel quick to check it out. And it is getting power, but I believe the motor just went bad on it. So I'm definitely gonna have to pop this off again and maybe throw in a new motor. It shouldn't be too big of a deal, and then we'll get that back together and hopefully roll it up all the way. And somehow, when my friend was driving it, he got on the 4th and 5th, and then later on, 4th and 5th, when I started driving it again, perfect. I mean, the transmission felt totally fine. I don't know why it wasn't going in it before. Maybe just because it hasn't been driven and it had to like warm up a little bit, maybe. Who knows? But it's completely functioning now, and I'm really happy about that. But everything on it really went great. All the brakes seem to be working, which is good. The power steering is working, but I am going to go ahead and still throw in that new power steering control valve because it still does leak a little bit. But I did put power steering fluid in it with stop leak, so I mean, did seem to maybe stop it a little bit, but it still does drip down and enough to make a mess in the driveway. But anyway, guys, with that being said, I'm going to be ending off the video here. Definitely way more content will be coming out soon now that this thing is finally on the road and we could go ahead and start working out the kinks that it has. I know we've been super just inactive the past 2 weeks, but we are finally back, and this is the video I've been really waiting on, and I'm pretty happy how it went, besides breaking down like 7 times, but I guess that's part of it. But guys, with that being said, I'm going to be ending it off here. Follow my social medias. They will be on the outro of this video. Instagram and Snapchat I use the most. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe, comment, share, friends with the channel.